Peace, family. Vicki Dillard here. Thank you so much for tuning in. I am making this broadcast available for you on this Friday. Hopefully, you're seeing it now. And no matter when you're seeing, of course, be sure to stay tuned in and share the broadcast because the information I'm sharing is so very important. Yes. Thank you so very much. Now, you all know that we have been a consistent voice. I have been a consistent voice. The Vicki Show, whether I was on Fly Nubian Queen, other internet related networks. Of course, I'm currently on African Diaspora News Channel. I'm live there, by the way, Tuesday through Thursday, 2 p.m. Eastern. I also give national and international commentary there. And of course, I promised you I was not going to abandon my personal channel anymore like I did for so many years. So I'm a little behind on keeping up here, but I got a lot of other yummy business stuff going on, which I'll tell you more about that later. But we're going to get it together. Yes, family. So I've been a long-time voice, is my point, for reparations for many, many years. Yes. And so we know that we are controlling that narrative because powerful people that are in the position to actually cause it to happen are talking about it, or they are certainly in disarray. Yes. And we're not letting up. Just because Donald Trump is in office, baby, does not mean that we're getting ready to just sit on our laurels. That's not no win until we get what's ours. Talk black to me. And then we're going to be focusing on something else. Even after that, we're going to always be fighting for what's ours. Yes. Well, family, you all know, probably heard about this Representative Jasmine Crockett. Now, she has been doing a whole lot of branding and twitching and twirling and switching and stuff in the news, doing a whole bunch of, little things, pushing the Democrat Party agenda. Now, we love to see our brothers and sisters that have animation and energy, but it needs to be substantive. Talk black to me, somebody. We're not just dumb idiots. So you got to come with something, and that is reparations. And so she made an interesting statement the other day, and I talked about this on another platform recently, but I want you all to see it. Y'all watch this. Hopefully you can hear and see this, okay? Let me pull this up real quick, family. Watch this. And by the way, family, while you're waiting, be sure to hit that thumbs up button and share, okay? Thumbs up, share the broadcast. And there's going to be a link where you can get your female archangel calendars and your mini gavels. Yes? Watch this. That's it.
Have the numbers just yet.
Okay, this is a real short clip, family. Hopefully y'all can see it. This is after Trump's address to Congress the other day, the State of the Union. Watch this.
That while we may not have the numbers just yet, that doesn't mean that we don't have fight left in our bodies. And so I am going to fight him every step of the way until we get what we deserve, because it was my ancestors that built this motherfucker. Okay, I'm done now. I'm done.
Okay, y'all. She trying to be y'all. Who told her that? I mean, I want y'all to see it again real quick. I'm not gonna keep playing it over and over again because y'all know I don't use language like that on my platform.
Until
watch.
We get what we deserve, because it was my that while we may not have the numbers just yet, that doesn't mean that we don't have fight left in our bodies. And so I am going to fight him every step of the way until we get what we deserve, because it was my ancestors that built this motherfucker. Okay, I'm done now. I'm done.
Okay, family. Yeah. Now, she ain't being real serious because, man, where is the bill? I had to hit the gavel on it. How many of y'all know that the Vicki Show was the home of the hand claps and the gavel raps? Now, I know your Congress people have gavels. I've been having this for a minute. I want you to know that your word matters. See, the difference between them, your lawmakers, and us is that we've given them unique power to actually take all of those words, bundle up all those words, ball up all those words, type them up and put it in the form of a bill. Put it on paper, take it through the proper process through committees, then work to get it passed through there, then get it passed through the House of Representatives, the lower part of Congress, then get it passed in the Senate, and then get the president to sign it. That's what she's supposed to be doing. We know you can talk on it, you can push it and all that, man, but along with all that chit chat, you need to be actually taking some action to make it tangible, which means something that we can actually do something with, pay bills with and stop, put people through college, vacation, start businesses, leave legacies. You see how that works? All this talking, what do you think is going on here, ma'am? Those little raggedy Democrat talking points are not working on us. Our people are listening to voices like mine when we give them substantive information. Yes, we love to have a good time. Yes, we like to be animated, but we're very intellectual and intelligent here. We mean what we say about results. She's just out there doing the most outrageous of the outrageousness of it all. Did y'all hear me today? Now watch this. I want to read you all something because I need you all to understand how your black bootleg, bootlicking, Aunt Jemima brand of congressperson, they're just playing with us. They're getting results for the Nazi Ukrainians to the tune of hundreds of billions of dollars in war funds to fight an unjust proxy war against Russia. Your government cannot account for, in the Department of Defense, the largest agency, the War Department, let's just call it, one of the largest agencies of the United States of America. Do you all know that they have not passed the last several audits, at least 7 audits, to the tune of trillions of dollars? I said trillions with a T. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, the part of the alphabet that's toward the end. Trillions, not billions, not millions, but trillions of dollars. They can't account for that. Do you think that the IRS will let us get away with 7 years worth of not being able to account for trillions of dollars worth of money? Then y'all let the white Afghans come over here and stop and gave them tangibles. Then you let the legal immigrants come over here and give them tangibles. Then you let the illegal immigrants come over here and give them billions of dollars. You step over homeless black folks, you step over homeless black veterans and give them houses and jobs and job fairs and cars and stuff to drive Uber and stuff. Y'all give them Visa cards so they can go get food. And some said they've been hundreds and some said thousands of dollars for their families for each month or whatever the time frame is. But if a black mother asks for an extra $25 to feed her 2 children, y'all will call her a welfare queen. You better get out of my face. I'm bringing these things up. The Asian Pacific Island community. How many of y'all know that during COVID, we gave the Asian community, we allowed them to get, they were able to push through a crime bill that was geared and targeted for their community. Even though folks are technically saying, oh, we can use it for stuff, honey, that was for their community. But aside from that, the Democrat Congress and presidency allowed $50 million that was already in different agencies in the government to be redirected just to them during COVID. How many of y'all know the descendants of the Japanese that were interned in camps? They weren't lynched. They weren't set on fire. They weren't enslaved. And what happened to them wasn't right. Don't get me wrong. But how do we show sympathy for giving them reparations and their descendants got thousands of dollars? Japanese descendants for internment camps for a few years. But black folks who were lynched and robbed and raped and molested and set on fire and some more stuff, we said, oh, it's out of the question. You see how crazy that is? We're not sitting up here playing with this lady, trying to be ratchet and stuff. Just because you see us with animation, we don't go to extremes like that. And then we know how to match energy when it's appropriate. But there's substance to what we say. That's the difference. You understand? Now, how many of you all remember, and I've discussed this on many occasions, I've discussed the fact that James Clyburn during the 2020 election, this article I'm reading you from now is from 2019. He's the one that the Democrat parties, they used his very melanated and black face to sabotage our reparations demand during the presidential campaign at that time. Y'all remember this headline? Just a little few receipts. And by the way, Griot is supposed to be a black publishing print publication, black media print publication, but they got me blocked. Y'all know that, right? The White House press secretary, former press secretary, Karine Jean-Pierre, had me blocked on her personal accounts. Then you have multiple other different people coming against me and trying to talk crazy and or either block me or say something crazy against me. You had a network like the Revolt TV that pulled back on the situation because apparently they were told not to bring me on for a certain debate, even though they were the ones that were sweating me for the debate. These devils are something else because they're trying to keep the Democrats happy. They're trying to keep the establishment happy. They don't want to deal with nobody they can't buy. You see? Black folks that's not for sale, they don't have any use for you because they can't control you. But they do throw you out there and tell you to say a couple of ratchet words. Why? Because ratchet is reachable. I'm going to say that again. Ratchet is reachable. But ratchet don't work over here. That's not a sign that you hood because you use the word MF, fool. And we certainly don't typically use those words in the context of our ancestors and disrespect them like that. This article from 2019 says Congressman James Clyburn challenges reparations despite 2020 presidential candidates being open to the idea. It says in the wake of a few 2020 presidential candidates coming forward in support of using reparations to lessen racial inequality, House Majority Whip James Clyburn has pushed back, stating he takes issue with the idea. According to The Hill, Clyburn, a South Carolina Democrat who also happens to be the highest ranking African-American congressman, says he thinks, quote, pure reparations would be impossible to implement and believes that giving any sort of tax incentives to developers who work in low-income neighborhoods is just smoke and mirrors. So they use the blackest of the darkest melanated face in Congress, one of the most high-ranking and long-serving congressmen. The Democrats were able to hide behind his black face because he said that implementing reparations in its pure form is impossible. And then when folks were trying to come up with alternative ways of getting substantive change for black folks, even with things like business and tax incentives, he said it's smoke and mirrors. These are devils, family. Watch this. In previous elections, neither Hillary Clinton or President Barack Obama expressed support for reparations, but the perspective on this issue appears to be shifting among major Democratic candidates for the upcoming 2020 race. Why, family? Because we made it so. You never heard your legacy media, establishment media, bootleg media push reparations. That was us. It got traction because we utilized our alternative media means. We went to the black grassroots. We went to you, the people. And it started to resonate and they were threatened by it. You understand? But it was becoming too impactful. It was becoming so serious that all of the major presidential candidates were talking about it at the time. So to stop the momentum of it, Democrats knew it wasn't going to look too good if the presidential candidates for the Democrat Party came out and said no. So they had James Clyburn, funny looking self, jump out there to take the bullet for him. Remember, this article is from 2019, right? It goes on. Some speculate that the renewed interest in the issue may be due to the fact that black voters are expected to be a key demographic in the Democratic primary, and the crowded field of candidates are likely to fight hard to win black votes. Why am I bringing this up now? I want to send a word to Miss Crockett to her to understand, man, we don't play these little bitty children, little outside rats and roaches raid games. Underwater in the alley cat, stuff. We don't do all that. That's not us, ma'am. We didn't let it go down for James Clyburn, and we certainly not gonna let it go down for you. So don't even try it. We're too sophisticated for that. I'm bringing it up because they knew our power had the ability to resonate, because they were concerned even in 2019 of our impact then. And what happened this past election? They mocked us before, they laughed at us before, they were fearful before, but because they were able to get past us this last time, they thought that they were in good. No, baby. Our power showed without question and unmatched, because the Democrats humiliated themselves and lost what? The three major levers of power. They lost what? The House in Congress. Talk black to me, somebody. They lost the Senate, and they lost the presidency. And everybody knows when the numbers came in, that too many black folks stayed home, or too many black folks wanted to punish them and to teach them a lesson by going to the other side, and had their most faithful voting bloc, notwithstanding what any other group did or didn't do. If we had come out in strong numbers, they would have won. Miss Crockett, We're not here to play no games. Don't you let James Carvin fool you, baby. Y'all thought you made, y'all thought you was something because you barely made it in the previous election. But didn't we teach you a lesson this time? Go back to the drawing board, sis, and come back with a real substantive answer. We don't need you to articulate reparations for us. I did that along with some of my other brothers and sisters during the reparations rally when we was in Washington, D.C. last summer. How many of y'all saw that video? Go through my lives from 2024 and watch it, family. We don't need your assistance with that, man. We need you to put forward a serious bill. No plebiscites and no studies. And to the degree you want to talk about it, talk to your colleagues about making this happen. And the American people are why this is a demand and it's got to happen. We're not talking about you just talking about a catch-all for Social Security and a catch-all for food stamps and a catch-all for SNAPs and a catch-all for all those other things. No, we're talking specifically about tangibles, economic tangibles for foundational Black Americans. Capiche? I think you understand where I'm coming from. Family, get your mini gavels. Y'all, this is one of the regular sizes of my gavels, but I got mini gavels, cherry wood gavels now available on my website at Vicki Planet. It's big enough to go over most hands. It's a mini gavel, but I pray over them. I do a special oil and we'll send them out shortly, but you can see about how big it is. It's still a nice size gavel. Get yours on my website. We're going to pin the website in the comment section below. And also, family, we're still taking pre-sales for my female archangel calendars. For those that do the pre-sale, you're going to have something special. Because you're buying them prior to the official sales that start. But we're selling enough of them now to where I'm going to give special gifts for those that already purchased it. This is some of the example of what you're going to be getting. The archangels have to do with you activating supernatural frequencies and powers. And most people are not familiar with the archangel, female archangels, and some of the other angels, which are known as angelos and the archaea. I break down who they are and what their unique attributes are for each month. And even though we're already into the next month, you're not going to miss anything because you're basically finding the calendars to make it accessible for you to know, have the knowledge and know what to meditate on every month. It's going to be a sacred text. I give you instructions inside of the calendar. Your life will never be the same. I'm not just chit-chatting. I'm talking about how I actually live my life to manifest powerful manifestations. Yes. So get yours today at the same link and website below, VickiPlanet.com. I love you so much. I can't wait to see you again.